The Bloodline family saga has taken a dramatic and explosive turn. Tensions reached a breaking point after Solo Sikoa, alongside Jeff Cobb, launched a vicious and unexpected assault on Jimmy Uso, shattering the already fragile unity within the Samoan dynasty. In the wake of this brutal betrayal, Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu made their move, confronting Solo and Cobb in an emotionally charged showdown that shook the WWE Universe to its core. The drama intensified when Rikishi, the respected family patriarch, finally broke his silence, expressing deep disappointment in the chaos tearing his family apart. This internal war within the bloodline has now escalated into one of the most compelling and emotionally layered storylines in WWE history. The attack on Jimmy Uso was not just an act of violence, it was a declaration of rebellion. Solo Sikoa, once loyal to the family, now stands as a symbol of defiance, insisting that the old ways are over and claiming to be forging a new, stronger legacy. With Jeff Cobb standing behind him as an enforcer, Solo's betrayal hits even harder, calling into question whether this is truly about family or power. Roman Reigns, long regarded as the tribal chief and the glue holding the bloodline together, is visibly torn between his responsibility as the leader and his role as a family member. In a tense moment inside the arena, Reigns and Fatu confronted Solo and Cobb face-to-face. The atmosphere was electric as Roman, his voice shaking with anger and disbelief, accused Solo of destroying their family ties. "You attacked family, Solo, our blood. There's no coming back from this," he declared. But Solo, cold and unrepentant, shot back with chilling confidence. "The old bloodline is dead, Roman. I'm building something stronger." Just as emotions threatened to boil over into physical violence, the arena was suddenly filled with the voice of Rikishi. Never-before-seen footage appeared on the screen, showing the wrestling legend watching from home, his expression marked by pain and disappointment. His brief but powerful statement hinted that the elders of the Samoan wrestling legacy may no longer be able to remain silent and could soon step into the ring to try to restore peace, or choose a side. Adding even more intrigue to this family feud is the presence of Jacob Fatu. Known for his fierce loyalty and unmatched intensity, Fatu's alignment with Roman adds a formidable edge to their side of the conflict. Meanwhile, Jeff Cobb's role raises serious concerns. As an outsider with no direct blood ties, his involvement suggests that outside forces may be manipulating the situation for their own gain, threatening to poison the deep-rooted traditions of the bloodline. While Roman Reigns tries to keep the family intact and maintain authority, other forces are watching and waiting. Paul Heyman, now allied with Seth Rollins in a new faction, is closely monitoring the bloodline's collapse, possibly preparing to capitalize on their vulnerability. With so many key players involved and the stakes higher than ever, the WWE Universe is left with more questions than answers. Can this family heal? Should Roman attempt to forgive Solo? Will Rikishi make a surprise return to WWE to try and broker peace? The drama is just getting started. If you've been following the Bloodline story, now is the time to stay locked in. This storyline is filled with emotion, betrayal, legacy, and raw power, everything that makes WWE must-watch television. Don't miss the next explosive chapter in this family war. Make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you don't miss a single update as this gripping drama continues to unfold. The long-simmering tension within the legendary Bloodline family has finally erupted into full-blown chaos, igniting one of the most shocking and emotionally charged storylines in WWE history. What started as whispers of internal strife has now exploded into a dramatic and deeply personal civil war that threatens to destroy the very foundation of Samoan wrestling royalty. The brutal and unprovoked attack on Jimmy Uso by his own cousin Solo Sikoa, with the powerful Jeff Cobb at his side, has sent shockwaves through the WWE Universe and forced a reckoning among the family's most influential members. Roman Reigns, the self-proclaimed tribal chief and longtime leader of the bloodline, has always prided himself on keeping the family united under his rule. But this latest betrayal has left him shaken. For years, he demanded loyalty and respect from his kin, believing his leadership was the only path forward for the Samoan dynasty. However, Solo's rebellion, marked by violence and defiance, has now challenged not just Roman's authority, but the very idea of what the bloodline stands for. Standing beside him is Jacob Fatu, a fierce and unyielding warrior whose loyalty to the bloodline's traditions has made him a formidable ally in this time of crisis. Together, Reigns and Fatu are preparing for a showdown that may reshape the future of their family forever. The confrontation between Roman, Fatu, Solo, and Cobb was nothing short of cinematic. As Roman and Fatu stormed the arena demanding justice, the crowd watched with bated breath. Roman's fury boiled over as he came face-to-face with Solo, the cousin he once trusted implicitly. His voice cracked with emotion as he addressed the betrayal. "You attacked family, Solo, our blood. There's no coming back from this." Solo, cold and unapologetic, refused to back down. His response was a dagger to the heart of the bloodline legacy. "The old bloodline is dead, Roman. I'm building something stronger." The tension in the ring was palpable. With Cobb standing silently behind Solo like a looming shadow, the potential for violence was seconds away from being realized. And then, in a moment that no one expected, the voice of Rikishi, WWE legend and father to many of the central players in this conflict, cut through the noise. Footage appeared on the Titantron, showing Rikishi watching the events unfold from home. His face was lined with sorrow and frustration, his silence finally broken. His words were few but powerful, hinting that the time may soon come when the elders of the bloodline must step in and reclaim control. Rikishi's disappointment is a reflection of how far this family has fallen. Once a united front, bonded by blood and purpose, the bloodline is now a battlefield, and the consequences may be irreversible. The implications of this storyline go far beyond a single rivalry. At its core, it's about tradition versus evolution, loyalty versus ambition, and the painful cost of power. Roman Reigns, for all his dominance and influence, now finds himself fighting for more than titles. He's fighting for the soul of his family. Jacob Fatu's involvement adds another powerful dimension to this saga. Known for his unmatched aggression and deep respect for heritage, Fatu represents the ancestral fire that the bloodline was built upon. His alliance with Roman could be the last hope of preserving what the family once stood for. Meanwhile, Solo Sikoa's alignment with Jeff Cobb has raised numerous questions. Why would Solo turn his back on his own blood? What role does Cobb play in this transformation? As a non-family member, Cobb's presence suggests that outside forces are now manipulating the bloodline, exploiting their internal fractures for personal gain. This adds a dangerous layer of intrigue, one that could ultimately corrupt the family's legacy beyond repair. But the bloodline's troubles don't end there. In the shadows, other power PL,